Chapter 13 of A Handful of Stars, Texts That Have Moved Great Minds. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lois Beachy Yoder. A Handful of Stars, Texts That Have Moved Great Minds by Frank W. Borum. Chapter 13, Dr. Bland's Text. The doctor was the worst man in Bartown, and that was saying a good deal, for Bartown had the reputation of being the wickedest little hole in all England. It is Harold Begbie who, in the Vigil, tells its story. Dr. Bland, he assures us, spent most of his time drinking gin and playing billiards at the Angel. In a professional point of view, only one person in the little seaside town believed in him, and that was the broken and bedraggled little woman whose whole life had been darkened by his debauchery. Mrs. Bland was never tired of singing the doctor's praises. When she introduced him to a newcomer and told of his wondrous cures and amazing skill, he listened like a man in a dream. Dr. Bland, so runs the story, Dr. Bland was twitching with excess of alcohol and only muttered and frowned as his wife talked of his powers. The terrible old doctor, with his hairy purple face and his sunken eyes, seemed to think that his wife was doing him the most dreadful disservice. It was wonderful that this little woman, instead of shrinking from exhibiting her husband, should have so pathetic a faith in the dreadful-looking rogue that she evidently fancied that he had but to be seen to be chosen as medical adviser. Thus the story opens. It could scarcely be expected that such a wreck could hold together for long. Exactly halfway through the book I find Mr. Rodwell, the young rector, standing at the street corner talking to Mr. Shorter, the wealthy manufacturer. They are interrupted. Mrs. Bland comes hurrying breathlessly round the corner. "Mr. Rodwell," she pants, "please come at once. Dr. Bland, he's asking for you. I've been to the vicarage, I've been everywhere hunting for you. Don't delay a moment, please." Richard Rodwell was an earnest young clergyman who had ideas of his own about things, and the task to which he was now summoned was very little to his